Folks here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050, WTKA online at WTKA.com. Sam Webb, Ira Weintraub on the other side of the glass. We're live here inside the Suburban Chevrolet Make the Choice studios. And Ira, it's imperative that we get ready for the softball academy. Now, we fundraising is our thing. We hone those skills all the time. So that part is not a major concern, but our swings, Ira,
that's a major concern.
Our batting eye, that's a major concern.
My batting eye is okay. I had LASIK a few years ago, so I'm good there.
Okay, well, there's a way though for those on the team and those of you out there if you're having a little issue where you need to brush up. You need to get ready, or even kids out there that need to do it on the regular.
You mean loosen up the baseball muscles that we don't use but once a year, the softball muscles?
Yeah, whether you're in that situation or you're a player, a softball player, or on a high school team, a club team, you can hone your skills. There's a place for you to do that here in town.
You can take your game to new heights at Advantage Sports on Stadium Boulevard in Ann Arbor. It's the place to catch the advantage for all things baseball and softball. Advantage Sports carries all the top brands, including Wilson, Demerini, Easton, Rawlings, and Mizuno, offering everything needed to outfit any serious ball player, or in our case, slightly less serious ball players. With indoor batting cages and professional instruction, I'm going for the indoor batting cage. Glove and equipment repair by GP Sports Services, and physical training by Advantage Strength and Conditioning. Everything you need to fine-tune your game is under one roof. Choose to catch the advantage at Advantage Sports on Stadium Boulevard in Ann Arbor. Visit catchtheadvantage.com. That's catchtheadvantage.com, or call 734-369-4944. What do you need to work on? Your pitching is okay. We saw your pitching last year. You can pitch.
Well, Ira, let's be clear.
We're cherry picking. Your pitching was great.
For 3 straight pitches.
That's all it takes, Sam.
3 straight pitches, yeah, you're right. I can just bring me in for one batter, Coach. One batter skip.
No, it's not. It's not one batter. It's as long as you throw those 3 straight strikes every time, you're good. We're gonna focus on that. Take the one time and repetition. Wash, rinse, and repeat.
Yeah, if I can do that this time, more than 3 consecutive pitches, we are in great shape. But you know what I've done over the past couple of days, in addition to completing the team, putting the finishing touches on the team, I've done a little recon. So I scouted out. We're going to have Kim Barnes-Rico on in the next hour. So I scouted out our team. Yeah, I did a little recon mission.
I heard you saw them yesterday.
Yeah, I saw them yesterday. I saw Chester and
Monday.
And Melanie. I saw them. And, they don't know about our team, Ira. They don't know all the heavy hitters we have on our squad. I think we might have caught them completely off guard, but I took mercy on them, and I said, hey, this guy right here, all he was the all-time leading rusher for the University of Michigan. He was a guy who was bigger than his stature on the football field. And not only that, Ira, he talks a better game than he plays. Now, who am I talking about? See, they didn't know at the time, but I informed them. This is not just a guy. He's not just an entrepreneur. This is J-Mo. This is Jamie Morris. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Exactly. That's who you're going to be playing. So I took mercy. That's called sportsmanship, right?
Sam,
that's sportsmanship, letting them know exactly who they're dealing with.
There's also gamesmanship. So when you, Jamie, and I walk in, and they look at us leading our team, you know what people are going to say? We got this. Look at these short guys coming in. We got this. But then we'll bring in the rest of our team.
Hey, man, I beg to differ. Hey, man, I can steal a base pack. I can give it a ride. I'm used to that, as is J-Mo. I'm not going to take any shorts on that. But to your point, we do have some heavy hitters behind us. But I took mercy on Kim Barnes-Rico's team, and I had to let them know. I said, okay, I know that this guy, that Jamie, may just seem like an entrepreneur now. But 20-some-odd, I'm sorry, Jamie, I'm sorry for dating you. 30 years ago now, that Jamie Moore, that guy, he was big time on the football field.
Well, we were talking about things that make us feel old. The 25th anniversary of Field of Dreams. You just made Jamie old.
But Jamie still talks a good game, like I said.
He talks a great game.
So he is ready for the softball academy, as is Rick Leach, as is Marcus Ray, as is the rest of our team.
So what you did is you went out there and found the best Smack talkers, you could.
You're doggone right. And joining us right now, not only to talk about the Softball Academy, but to talk about Michigan softball team and their continued success, it's Michigan softball coach Carol Hutchins. Hutch, good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry,
I'm a little late here.
Don't worry, it's fine, Coach. It gave us an opportunity to throw a little more intimidation out there to the field and let them know what our team is bringing to the table. And I heard, Coach, you thought I was dragging my feet a little bit. It wasn't dragging my feet, just making an entrance.
Well, I'm one of those people that likes to score in the first inning and get it going. I like to start strong and finish strong. So, interesting is not for me.
Gotcha.
But we're happy to have you on board.
We are present and accounted for, and the best is yet to come. Trust me. But let's start off first talking about the week that was in Michigan softball. Michigan currently 37-8, 15-2 in the Big Ten. I recall in our conversation last week, Coach, you said, I don't really know how good we are. This is going to be a real test. This is going to be a kind of a barometer, if you will, about where we are at this point. And you were talking about the series that you had coming up against Minnesota, a series that you wound up winning 2-1.
Well, we did. We won the series. We started off Friday night with a 1-0 loss. And as good as I think we are, we certainly showed that we're human. And although I knew that, I thought we knew their pitching staff was going to be difficult for us, and I didn't think we made very good adjustments. It took us a while to get it going for the weekend. But a very competitive series against a team that I think can go very far into the postseason. And the good news is we did make some adjustments as the weekend went on, and once we lost that first game, we came back on fire. We were not going to be had on our field. I liked our approach.
Yeah, you mentioned 1-0 in the first game, but you come back in the next game and you win that one 3-1, and Lindsay Doyle really put her imprint on that game.
Well, she made a very outstanding play in the outfield, and of course, controversial or not, play at the plate, she threw out the runner that would have put them ahead 2-1, and then came back and got the winning RBIs with a double. And in the sixth inning, and Lindsay's she's been one of our standouts all season, really her whole career. She has just been consistent, solid, gets the job done for us, and that's kind of what you expect from your seniors, to be honest.
Right, and so game one it was a pitching gem by Haley, and in game two, Sarah and Haley combined for one unearned run. To giving up to Minnesota. And in game three, Coach, your freshman is out there. And I saw that game on the Big Ten Network. And Megan Betza, but for a couple of pitches in that contest that they hit out, boy, it was an outstanding effort.
Well, Betza continues she just continues to get better every week and every outing. And she does. She's prone to missing her location at times. And her ball breaks. More than anybody else on our staff, her ball breaks. And, again, it's hard to control at times. So she works from behind in the count more than I like, and then sometimes she has to bring it in there. But, give credit to their hitters. They got a hold of a couple pitches, but they had 2 hits. They happened to be home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, though, we had a couple big hits ourselves and put the game out of reach.
Yeah, absolutely. She struck out 11 in 7 innings of the big hits you're talking about. Romo, solo homer, to start things off, and bases clearing double by Caitlin Blanchard. Lauren Sweet gets a 3-run homer. So you did have some huge hits in that game. And as you said, you win that series 2-1. And then a midweek in league series, doubleheader with Purdue that just split. So Purdue wins game 1 3-2, and then you come back and mercy them in the second game of the set.
Well, they've got a really fine sophomore pitcher, Lily Feccio, who we saw last year, and I thought, boy, this kid can be pretty good. Lefty, throws it hard. She lives and dies with her changeup, and she just gave us fits in the first game. And we had our opportunity. We left bases loaded a couple of times, and hitting is contagious, but timely hitting is the key to winning. And we didn't get any timely hits, and we didn't manufacture a lot. We were able to run on them, but we just weren't able to put the ball in the outfield when we needed it the most. So we knew the first game. They started her the second game, And we got right on her. We got on base with a walk, and then Romo blasted it up over the fence and let him know that this wasn't going to be the norm. And and then we got on her. We knocked her out of the game. We scored 5 runs, and then scratched around the whole game with hits. And it's a good to come back and win when you lose first game. There's a lot going on there. Kids can worry about getting dumped and swept, and things play in your head when you have to come from behind. So I was pleased with the comeback win.
Yeah, you mentioned having problems with Fetcho in game 1, and then you talked earlier about making adjustments. Boy, it looks like made a heck of an adjustment between games there, going from losing 3-2 to mercying the Boilermakers in 6 innings.
Well, I felt that we were getting on her a little bit in game 1, and as I say, we just didn't get the timely hit, but. It was a matter of when you play people in a series and you get to see their pitching over and over, you just have a chance. You have a chance to adjust.
Okay, so Coach, kind of in the home stretch of the regular season, your last road trip until the Big Ten tournament, Champaign, Illinois. You're taking on the Illini. Tell us what they bring to the table.
Well, they are not having a very good season, but I can tell you this. Everybody in the league at this point of the year they've played a lot of games. They've seen a lot of pitches. And, of course, the way I look at it, everybody's in our way. And we need to show up strong and not take anything for granted. Sometimes you can play teams your kids can think they're just going to win. I think we had a little bit of that going on yesterday. We just thought we could show up and win. And we need to come to work hard and be prepared for anything. And Illinois has always had a good hitting team, so we'll just need to play good defense, which, of course, will start on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. And looking forward to it in the games, the first of which are on Friday, by the way, just to let those of you let you guys know, we'll be on the Big Ten Network. But Friday, 7 o'clock Central, Saturday, 1 o'clock Central, and then Sunday, 1 o'clock Central at Illinois. Well, then, Coach, it'll be time as you come back home. A week from today will be the Michigan Softball Academy. And at last check, I'm looking at my notes right now, over 200 participants are already signed up. That means the goal of 250 is still possible.
It sure is still possible. And what's really common is that the last week is when we have obviously the most levels of interest. People are starting to feel like it really is softball season. The weather's cooperating. And there's plenty of time to sign up. And we're taking as many as we can get. We've got plenty of room. And our kids were just talking about it on the ride home last night. They're very excited. They love the academy. It is a fantastic time for everybody.
Absolutely. I cannot stress that enough. It is a terrific time, as much as we are talking about the competitive aspect of it and talking smack to one another. The biggest deal, and Coach, I know you feel the same way, the biggest deal is raising money for a great fight, the biggest fight, making strides against breast cancer.
Well, I say this often. There's nobody that any of us know that isn't touched by cancer. And it's an opportunity to give back to the community, and so many folks that are, hoping for the research to come through in their lifetime. And we're just trying to give people a chance. And our kids have embraced this tremendously. As you know, Michigan Softball, through this academy and our walk every year, we've raised over $350,000 to date in the last 5 years. And we're on a march to $1 million. Our goal is to raise $1 million for cancer in the next several years, and we need the community support, and it is a cause that affects all of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said, Coach, and looking forward to being out there. And I know you don't like the late inning sort of games, but that's our thing. The Michigan Insider thing, we finish strong. And so the next week, there will be some fireworks of this, I am sure. So stay tuned, sit tight, and enjoy the ride.
Well, there's nothing like winning in the late inning. I'll tell you, that's an exciting win. And we'll take a win any way we can get it at this part of the year. So you guys get out there and do your part. All
right, Coach. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
All right. That was Michigan softball coach Carol Hutchins. Yes, sir. The squad. So let's be clear. Let me set the stage, set the table. one more time. I want to thank Coach Hutchins for coming on, by the way. All of our guests from State Street are brought to you by Dexter Builders. Dexter Builders specializes in providing complete home improvement services from initial design through construction to final walkthroughs and inspections. They can handle the whole job or any part of the job. They are Dexter Builders. So we have Ricky the Peach Leach, who, Rick is not into the, he doesn't do a whole lot online. But I said, for this, Rick, you gotta do it there. So Rick's out there doing some fundraising. Marcus Ray doing some fundraising. Jamie Morris doing some fundraising. All these guys have the gift of gab, I like to call it.
Sam, when we come back, we're also going to tell you not just who is why you should play in this, join us in this event, but why you should donate to the cause. We have an email from a listener that we'll read on the other side.
All right, back on the other side here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, the official voice of University of Michigan Sports.